right, Chattanooga, welcome back to what's happening in your neck of the woods. You are here with me, Dr. Elenora Woods, your talk show host for today and always. And I want to say first, happy National Women's Month. We are celebrating Women's Month all throughout the country and the world, celebrating the great things that women have contributed to our society. There are some great women, and I'm not going to even start naming one or two or three because if you are a woman, you are great because you have made some contribution to this society. And I want to give a especially big shout out to all of our women who are raising families, those who are working every day to make our lives a better place to live and our society a better place to live. And definitely for those women who have worked out in the fields to make lives better for family members that are not even your own family members. So kudos to you. We'll be acknowledging some great women here at WPTP. Also, this month, I want to say shout out to Greater Emmanuel Apostolic Church. We are having our women's conference. Started last night at 7 o'clock. And yes, the infamous Dr. Sheryl James is the keynote speaker. And when I tell you she is a phenomenal woman and gave a phenomenal, I would say, I don't even know what you want to call it last night. It blew us away. I would never think of Esther in the Bible the same way. The way she brought it to us live last night. It was phenomenal. Then this morning, we started out with breakfast this morning, and it was an amazing breakfast. And the women that are there that are speaking today, Dr. Rita Carr, our very own talk show host, is one of the speakers, Dr. LeKweshia Ewing. And I can't read the other ones, but there are four women speaking today on women issues at Greater Emmanuel Apostolic Church. And I want to say congratulations to them and congratulations to our auxiliary president, Miss Olivia Selvin, who put on a fantastic, phenomenal women's conference. And it was just all that in a bag of chips, and it's still going on now. And just all the people who had a part to play in putting on this women's conference this weekend. When I leave here, I'll be going back to my church to join the women there as we continue to celebrate our women's conference. And it's wonderful that we're celebrating our women's conference in Women's Month. I call it Women's Month. This is our month, and we're going to celebrate it together. And our keynote speaker, Dr. Sheryl Kenan James, you don't want to miss her tonight. If you missed her last night, come on tonight. It starts at 7. Her keynote speaking is tonight again. LeKweshia Ewing, Shawanna Grant, and Terrie Long, and definitely Dr. Rita Carr. They were there this morning doing seminars and symposiums. Of course, I'm here, but I can't wait to get the videotapes of those seminars because I can promise you those women are some outstanding women, and they have made a big mark, an indelible print in Chattanooga and all throughout this country. So kudos to them. And kudos again to Miss Olivia Selvin, our president for the Women's Auxiliary, for putting on this fantastic conference. And that brings us to our show today and what we're going to focus on. As you all know, I made a soft announcement that Alton Park Development Corporation was opening a African educational heritage museum. And we are really moving fast. Let me tell you, the contributions, the number of people who are volunteering that have called us and sent emails wanting to be a part of this museum, and all of the artifacts and documents and pictures and artwork, all the it's just phenomenal. I'm just blown away. We are excited about it. We're going to do a soft opening around Juneteenth this year, just to give people an idea of what to expect with this museum. And thank you for all the folks who have been emailing us, answering the questions, asking questions on our website. You can go to our website. You can just type in African Heritage Museum at chat.org and get to this website. And you can visit, if you want to get more information, you can visit the AAEH Museum. That stands for African um, American Educational Heritage Museum.org for more details. But we want you all to know that it's here. You all have asked for it. We are thrilled about the way God has opened up the opportunity to teach history, African history, through our museum here at Alton Park Development Corporation. We are very proud to be able to offer that museum at our facility here at 701 Hooker Road, which is the historic Piney Woods Elementary School. It has transitioned. I want to thank all the people who have had anything to do with the I call it the updating of this building, all of the contributions from all over the country, the city, the state, all of you all individually who have made contributions to Alton Park Development Corporation. Keep those contributions coming because you know we are 501c3 and we thrive and live and breathe on contributions to our organization. None of this would be possible without you and your contributions, and they are tax deductible. We are 501c3. We are registered with the Tennessee Department of Solicitation and Gaming with Secretary of State Trey Hargard. So we are able to offer you legitimate receipts where you can write these things off on your taxes. And so we want you all to know that your contributions are going to good use. And our board members are not paid. We are all volunteers. So you know that your money is going to this building or paying some bills to maintain this building when you make a contribution. And when you make a contribution to the museum, to the upkeep and maintenance and anything that the museum needs is going to go straight to that effort. We also use the funds to power our radio station. We have contributions for that. So you can state what you want your money to go toward. We have wonderful programs through our WPTP radio station. We're on Facebook. We have a YouTube channel. We're on Instagram and Twitter, and we're reaching out all across the world through our internet base. Anywhere in the country, whether outside the country, even if there's internet, you have access to this radio station. So we're very proud of that. And I want to thank our engineers, Michael, who's working right now from Mississippi. Look at that technology, or Alabama. Is it Mississippi, Michael? Working all the way from Mississippi to make sure that you all are able to tune in and watch our radio station and what we're doing. We're going to have some great photographs and pictures to share with you later with our museum as we get closer. I went through the museum earlier today with a gentleman by the name of Harold Bryson, who is going to be our educator for Black history, or let me correct myself, for African history. And talked to him today in detail this morning, maybe about an hour and a half here at the Heritage Museum. And I was just blown away with the amount of wisdom and knowledge that this man has. And the fact that he shared with us that he picked cotton. And at first I looked at him kind of strange as if to say, you got to be kidding me. But he actually picked cotton. And so he's able to share what that was like. And I'm just so excited about him being the person that's going to educate us. And we are looking for young people who are interested in the African history and understanding and learning about the history so that we can pass this information down and you too can become an educator for someone else. We have got to continue teaching African history. in our history because it's a part of American history, and we do not want it erased from our history line. So we will be offering information later. We talked about the curriculum today and the different eras. We'll be sending out information to everyone to talk about or to send us back information about what they're interested in learning. We'll give you the options. We have different eras of time, and we'll be teaching all of those courses and in increments. And based on what you want or interested in, that's the class you can sign up for. So we're working on the schedule. Expect that to start sometime after we open the museum. We're working very diligently right now with getting the curriculum. We will be offering books, all kinds of things for you to purchase. And also, the way God works is just in mysterious ways. I was at my church this morning before I came here, attending our women's conference. And when I was in the cafeteria area enjoying the beautiful breakfast, I noticed that they had African dashikis, all different kinds, colors, shapes, and sizes, as a vendor would set up. And I asked, I said, "Oh, I said, these are some nice dashikis, African dashikis." I said, "Do you have a vendor here?" And so my church member said, "Yeah, that's the women's auxiliary here. We're now selling African attire." And I said, "Wow, that would be an amazing thing to offer at the museum if we partner together." So we're going to be offering, we're going to have a thrift store, not a thrift store, a little gift shop where we'll be selling books and all types of African artifacts and things of that nature, clothing for you to purchase as a part of the museum. So we're very excited about that. And let me tell y'all something, just in case you don't think that people of all different backgrounds are not interested, just in case you think that, that's not true. I have gotten tons of calls from people of all different ethnic backgrounds that are excited and want to volunteer and cannot wait for the museum to open because they are interested in African history. They want to know, how did it start? Where did we come from? What happened? We know about the history that's been told, but they want to know the whole truth. And so this history educational course or courses that we'll be offering will be telling the story from before slavery, uh, you know, transatlantic experience or slave trade, all the way over to during slavery and then after slavery, uh, just the whole experience from the beginning to the end. And that's what people want to know. They don't want to know pieces of it. They want to put the whole puzzle together so they can understand what really happened. And I think that's what's intriguing most people, is that why are they trying to erase history? We cannot erase history. God's not going to let us erase history. If you erase history, you might as well erase the Bible. God is not going to let that happen. And it's very important that we understand everyone's culture. Why do I say that? Because if you understand my culture and I understand your culture, we're going to be best friends. And with that comes respect, because when you understand other people's culture, you begin to respect their ways and their feelings about certain things, and you begin to understand why they do certain things and why they move certain ways. And without that understanding of their culture, you would not get there. And that's what causes confusion and chaos, because people don't understand people's culture and they don't respect other people's culture. So, this educational experience or training classes, for lack of a better way of saying it, is going to be an amazing thing to come to this area. And we are proud to be offering that. And we're proud also of the fact that Mr. Bryson wants to mentor some young people so that they can learn the history and pass it. But you need to have a passion for it. He was very specific about that. You need to have a passion for it. Why do you need to have a passion for it? Because if you have a passion for it, you'll be deep into it. and you'll be interested in really learning what's before you. So if you're interested in learning African history from the perspective of a student, and also from a perspective of teaching, being mentored, you need to reach out to us so that we can get you started in the right direction and get you in some classes. Now, on our shop opening, which we'll announce the date at a later time, there will be an opportunity while you're here to fill out some surveys so that we'll get a feel of what the general population is interested in, and also for you to potentially sign up for classes. So, as that becomes more available to me from our educator, I will pass that information on down to you. So I'm very excited about that. The museum is shaping up. We did a tour this morning. It's beautiful. The people that have been in here painting, getting the walls ready to hang these beautiful African artwork and things that we have. The walls look great. We're just excited about it. I just can't hardly contain myself. You all are going to be in for a wonderful experience. We have some other artifacts coming by donation to give you that full feel, that African feel of what it was like back then. Even understanding what it was like to be a slave being transported on a ship. We have a whole lot of artifacts that are coming to give you that true feeling of the transatlantic slave trade. And even before that, I learned some stuff this morning that I didn't know. And I won't even share it today, but I was just blown away from my educator educating me today about who really is black. Who's black? Where did that word come from? And are we black? Are we really black? Who are the real black people? And so that's all going to be taught. And it won't be a debate class. It will be an opportunity for you to ask questions and have conversation. But the facts are not debatable. So it's all based on facts. And I love the fact that he has studied not just African history, but in order to understand African history, you got to study all the other cultures and ethnic groups to understand where we fit in with it. So if you all brace yourself, get ready for something new and explosive because we're going to bring it to you. And I can't wait to be one of the first students in the class to learn it because I'm excited about it. My friends, black and white, are excited about it. They can't wait to get in the class. They want to learn themselves. And the books, we will have books for sale for you to purchase to get a deeper understanding that you can take home and read. Just a lot of things going on with that. I also want to brace you all for something else that WPTP Radio is doing with Alton Park Development Corporation. We are also embarking on a new show that will highlight sports in Chattanooga, our area high school sports. And I'm working with a young man who has passion for sports. He's a graduate and he wants to be a sports broadcaster, and we need a sports broadcaster. We've been working on this thing for 2 years, and we were looking for someone with a passion for sports, and we found our person. I'll be meeting with him tomorrow to talk about the title of the sports show. But what we'll be doing is going to different schools and highlighting the games, and on Friday or Saturday, whenever the games take place, and then on Sunday, as a recap, all the games that our sports broadcaster did not attend, he can highlight or will highlight those games as well. So we're excited about that. This will give our young people an opportunity to be highlighted, and also the schools an opportunity to be a part of something great. I've talked to a lot of sports fans, a lot of people who are into sports that are excited about the opportunity to bring our sports alive for our young people here in the area. And of course, we're not going to leave anybody's high school out, but we got Howard, Brainerd, Ottawa, Red Bank, Baylor, uh, Tyner. We've got them all listed. Macaulay. we've got all the names out there. There's some more. I probably left off some, but I didn't mean to. But we will be picking a game to broadcast live weekly, and on a Friday, Thursday, Friday, whenever the games are going on, and then on Sunday, recapping all the other games that our sports broadcaster was not able to attend because he was highlighting the game of the week. So we'll have the game of the week broadcasted live, and then on Sunday, a recap of all the games that took place. So we're just super excited about that. You all get ready for that. And definitely uh, continue to pray for WPTP, our radio ministry, all of our folks who are part of this radio ministry. I just cannot thank them enough for what they bring to this station and this city by bringing their words of inspiration, however that may be, or their talk, whatever they're talking about, the issues. And also, I want to thank Alton Park Development Corporation Board for being there and being those individuals that keep everything together. They are about the business of Alton Park Development Corporation and ensuring that we're healthy and that we continue to do the things that we have to do as a community development corporation to stay alive. So we have, as I say, our history shows that we had about 5 or 6 African American CDCs, and they're all gone except for Alton Park Development Corporation. And Alton Park Development Corporation is still existing. We are doing what God wants us to do, and we're going to continue to do what God asked and want us to do. He has blessed us with a facility so that we can continue to bless this community. We have a event hall that's blessing this community. A shout out to Hamlet. If I have a church, I want to shout out Hamlet Chapel Church with Pastor Reverend McLean. They use our facility a lot for their functions and their events. Shout out to them. They're going to have an event next month, I think, a Easter play or something of that nature. And then they're having their conference here, their church conference here. MFA, I want to give a shout out to those young people. They're having an event here. Everybody that is using our facility, remember the contributions that are made when you rent our facility out go back into this community. So we're proud to do that. And we are African American based organization. And we have 7 board members. And we're very proud of those board members. They're all business people. I don't think there's one person on the board that doesn't own a business or that have information uh, from their area. I think we went blank. I think we're trying to pull up something here. Um, I think I went blank. I hope I'm still on the air. but anyway, while they're having some connection issues right now, I'll continue to talk. So I just want to just invite all of you to continue to bless Alton Park Development Corporation with your contributions. There I go. With your contributions and also volunteering. Shout out to Alpha Kappa Alpha Women. They have a room here and they'll be doing a whole lot of community things here. We just finished up Black History Month, giving all types of kudos to great African Americans, especially in the entertainment field, and other African Americans who have made contributions to our community and around the world. And now we're going to be shouting out and giving all types of kudos to women who have made contributions in our society, not just locally, but statewide and nationwide. So if you have something you want to say or something you want to send to us, feel free to go to our website and send us a message. I get all the messages. Feel free to go and send us an email. I get all the emails. So please feel free. We want to know what your thoughts are. We want to know how we can make anything better that we're doing now. And so I just want to end the show today a little early. I've got to get back to my conference, but I want to end the show a little early by saying that I'm grateful. I'm very grateful for the people that God has put around me. And kudos to Bear, Larry, Mr. Larry High. He put him around me too. He's getting married tomorrow. I'll be at that wedding to witness that wedding. And shout out to him and his lovely bride. They'll get married tomorrow at 5 o'clock, and I'll be at that wedding. But it's people like him in this community that have made Chattanooga a better place to live. And I'm so grateful for all the people that God have brought in my life and all the people that I've been able to work with over the years. This is not a goodbye, it's a hello, because I feel grateful to be in your life. I feel grateful that God has used me in your life to make a difference in this community. And with that being said, you all know that tomorrow is Sunday. It's the Lord's Day. Every day is the Lord's Day. But tomorrow we traditionally go to church. And I want to encourage every one of you to find a church home to go and visit. You're always welcome to Greater Emmanuel Apostolic Church. We get down there at 400 Tunnel Boulevard. Pastor Paul Warfield is our pastor, and we celebrate something all the time there. And it's just a great church. And I love my church. I know I talk about them and brag about them all the time because it is a great church. So I invite you to come there. If you cannot get out to a church tomorrow, I love the fact that everybody's live streaming their church service, so you can now watch church from the comfort of your bed. If you got things to do around the house, you can turn your computer on and go to church from your kitchen, whatever you got to do. But give God joy by blessing Him, by praising Him tomorrow and every day. I praise the Lord all day long. I was praising Him today. I went and got me a little lunch today, and I was praising Him on my way to get my lunch, and I was praising Him on my way back from the lunch. I shared that time with my dear friend and sorority sister Karen, and I was just talking about the goodness of God and how God has blessed each and every one of us a different way, and He's blessed me with visions. And sometimes the visions come so fast, it's so hard to contain them that I can't get overwhelmed. That's the kind of God we serve. When He blesses you, sometimes He pours out a blessing that you just don't even have room enough to receive. And I hear that all the time, and it's so true. When God be for you, and if God has something for you and the people, it's going to come to pass. Nobody can get in God's way. The devil tried it. He didn't get nowhere with it. So when God has a plan, and He does have a plan, it's gonna go forth with or without you. So I can't get in the way. There's nothing I can do to get in God's way of what He wants to do through Alton Park Development Corporation and this community. I'm just one of His little uh, figure persons on the field, on the battlefield, doing what He wants me to do. And when He's done with me, He'll have somebody else because His plan is going to go forth. So just remember that. And everything that we do, the only thing that counts and matters is what we do for Christ. It doesn't matter how much you do in life. Doesn't matter. The thing is, was it for Christ? And if it wasn't for Christ, it's going to be counted dead. That's what He said. Only what you do for Christ shall truly last. That's the only thing that's going to matter. So as we go about our daily activities, daily, remember that. Am I doing this for me? Am I doing this for my kids? Am I doing this for my parents? Am I doing this for Christ? And if you're doing it for Christ, you're on the right foot. You're on your way through the pearly gates. And that's what I try to remember. And I love each and every one of you. Keep me in your prayer. Keep Alton Park Development Corporation in your prayers. Keep my practice and my staff members, all of us, because God blesses us through our skills and talents. He does. And He has blessed me with some skills and talents that allow me to give back and help other people. So continue to pray for me. and my practice and my skills and my mind and my health. And pray for my daughter. She had a bad bout of the flu and pneumonia. She's just coming out of that. Megan, I just pray for her. She's doing better today. I'll let you all know that. But just keep her in your prayers. And anyone else who uh want to, as I said earlier, be a part of this great God plan, all you got to do is reach out, and we're going to be there. I'm going to be reaching out to you, and so I hope you're reaching back out to me. And so I thank you all for tuning in to what's happening in your neck of the woods. And I'll be back next week. I hope I have our educator on the show with me to talk about what he's going to do and all his, I call it his experience in teaching African history. I was just blown away. I was just blown away. And he made me thirsty for more. And it was just a little snippet, and I just got thirsty for it. So thank you all for tuning in today to what's happening in your neck of the woods. And I will see you all next Saturday, the same time. Be blessed.